Number 5. Ooh, this is the one that gets me into trouble with other personal finance people. Hey, Smarty Pants. I want you to avoid bad financial advice, so I'm listing out the top 5 things I keep seeing over and over again that I just don't agree with. I'm Kate, the money librarian, helping you get better with money. If you don't like personal finance gurus, but you want to get better with your money, you are in the right place. Be sure to subscribe. Personal finance is personal, and what works for one person may not work for another. Some of the things I'm going to talk about is controversial, so if it worked for you and I'm like, don't do it, cool, whatever. I am talking in generalizations. This is educational and informational only. You gotta speak with a financial professional to find out what's right for you. Now, the personal finance advice that I hear all the time, and it's like nails on a chalkboard, is when people insist on getting rid of debt above all else. Like that is the only thing. Like that is throwing the ring into Mount Doom and you're done. Like, no. Finance gurus want to make financial advice easy and to make you feel good. But what's easy and what's right for your wallet aren't the same thing. High interest debt, like credit cards, actually does need to take priority as far as what you should be doing. So if you're in high interest debt, you gotta get out of that. But that's just one type of debt. And it's only because it is so expensive that really does go to the top of your priority list. Debt is just one piece of your personal finance pie. You need savings, retirement, insurance, a freaking budget. There's complication and nuance to your financial life, but way too often people only focus on this one aspect like it's the end all be all, and it simply isn't. There's a lot more to take into account. I have 24 easy money moves checklist to help save money, stress less, get more financially confident, link in the description. The second piece of financial advice that I hate is when financial gurus are super insistent that there's one course of action that's best for everybody. Either everyone must buy a house or everyone must rent. And the sky is falling if you don't do what they say. Buying a home isn't right for some people. Renting isn't right for some people. There are pros and cons to both. Ultimately, you have to look at your income, how long you plan to live in that location, financial goals, personal values, the local market, a few dozen other things, and then decide if you should buy a home or rent one. There is no such thing as one being right or wrong for everyone. Number 3, and this one just gets under my skin. It's when gurus are like, don't buy a latte. The reason you're stressed out about money is because you're buying your avocado toast, because you're having fun. You have to eat rice and beans, and the only time you should see the inside of a restaurant is if you're working there. Like, really? No. If you're not making enough money where you can spend $15 a week, $15 a week on heated, sugary bean drinks and crumpets or whatever you want, that's an income issue, not an expense issue. That's not a lot of money. You should be able to do that. That's not what's making you stressed out. If you're making above a living wage, enjoy it. Get the damn latte. Chances are half your income is going to just 3 things: housing, transportation, and food. Thing is, if you're not making a living wage, there's a very good reason why you're stressed out about money. There is no math that can make living at or below a living wage workable. By definition, a living wage means nothing. Nothing that isn't a purely survival expense. So if you're at a living wage, below a living wage, there's good reason why you're stressed out, and unfortunately, that piece of advice does actually apply to you. Now, for anybody out there, if you want to save money, don't look at stupid little few dollars here, a few dollars there costs. Look at the really, really big things you're spending money on. So instead of eliminating a $15 a week habit, look at where the big majority of your money is going and make small cuts there, because small cuts in big categories will make a much bigger difference than huge cuts in tiny categories. Negotiating down a $2,000 a month rent by 10% will save you $200 a month. Get a roommate for that same $2,000 a month place. Now you're saving $1,000 a month. Sell your new car that you're paying $750 a month for and buy a used one for $450 a month. That's $300 a month right there. So just, enjoy your lattes and then cut back at the big things: transportation, food, housing. Number 4, crypto. Okay, and the Financial Diet has done like a lot of really great videos. I'll link. Actually, this one kind of borders on criminal, genuinely. Anyone who is pushing crypto as the next big thing, I'd be very, very, very wary of, and they should be wary of the SEC. Anyone who pretends to know the future or has any kind of sure thing is a liar, since no one knows the future, and there is no such thing as a sure thing. Enron was solid until it wasn't. Tulips were surefire money makers until they weren't, if you were in Europe in the 17th century. Google famous economic bubbles, and it's like top 1. I don't know what the future holds. Chances are blockchain technology will be really important in some respect. What I do know is this: crypto is a speculative investment, meaning very high risk since it's so new and unproven. Chances are you'll likely lose everything, but there is a super teeny chance, very high reward if it does work out. That's what speculative investments are. High risk, high reward. If you want to get into speculative investments, okay, have fun. Only put in as much money as you can afford to lose. Now, number 5. This is the one that gets me into trouble with other personal finance people, because I'm using mostly math here and not emotions, and money is mostly emotions, not math. But once people see the math, it tends to shift their perspective. Okay, number 5. Save an emergency fund before paying off high interest debt is bad advice mathematically. As I mentioned before, people don't want to hear nuance when it comes to personal finance. People want simplicity. And when you make these actually very complicated topics overly simple, it doesn't work out great a lot of times. It is really, really easy for personal finance gurus to say, number 1, save an emergency fund. Number 2, pay off high interest debt. Number 3, But the thing is, a fully funded emergency fund might take you years to get to. And in that time, you are spending 22, 24, 28% interest on high interest debt. And even if it's just a few $1,000s, when you're paying 28% interest on that, that is a lot of money. I did a whole video on this. I want you to watch that other video because it'll take you longer and cost you more if you wait to pay off high interest debt because you're putting money into an emergency fund. Now, I also go over what most people should do to get out of debt in that video. The math is shocking on this one. And I bring up Dolly Parton. The other video is very good. Watch that other video to the end because the math in timeline is impressive. Share this video with someone you love who's looking to get better with their money, and leave me a comment if you liked this or disagree, but hopefully you liked it. Like, share, subscribe, do all the stuff. And please let me know in the comments if you found this useful or if you have any other particular money questions, and I might make a video for you. Cheers. Okay, not curse. Okay,